Hello friends, and welcome to my channel. If you're someone who dreams of speaking English fluently, expressing your thoughts confidently, and understanding others without hesitation, then you've arrived at the perfect place. Today's video is titled The Ultimate Solution of Learning English. In this powerful journey, we'll uncover everything you need to know to master the English language step by step, chapter by chapter. Whether you are a beginner, an intermediate learner, or someone struggling to achieve fluency, this complete guide will open the doors to a new world of confidence and communication. English is more than just a language, it's a skill that connects you to the world. It helps you study abroad, get better job opportunities, travel easily, and build friendships with people from different cultures. But learning English is not just about grammar or memorizing words, it's about understanding, practice, and daily consistency. In this video series, you'll learn from 14+ detailed chapters that cover everything from pronunciation, vocabulary, and grammar to writing, listening, speaking, and thinking in English. Each chapter is carefully designed to help you move from confusion to clarity, from fear to fluency. We'll explore how to build a strong foundation, how to train your ears to listen like a native, how to overcome hesitation while speaking, and how to make English a natural part of your life. You'll also discover how to use modern tools and technology, avoid common mistakes, and stay motivated through daily practice. No matter where you're starting from, remember this: every expert was once a beginner. The secret to mastering English is not talent, but consistency, passion, and smart learning. So, get ready to begin this life-changing journey with me. Keep a notebook beside you, take notes, and practice what you learn after each chapter. The more you engage, the faster you'll grow. And yes, if you're serious about improving your English, make sure to subscribe to the channel, like this video, and share it with your friends who also want to learn. Together, we'll turn your dream of speaking fluent English into reality. Because this is not just another English lesson. This is the ultimate solution to learning English. Let us begin your journey toward confidence, fluency, and success. Chapter 1: The Beginning, Understanding Why You Want to Learn English. Every great journey begins with a single, powerful reason. The same is true for learning English. Before you open a dictionary, watch a tutorial, or practice your first word, you must understand why you are doing it. That why becomes the foundation of your learning journey, the invisible force that pushes you forward when the lessons become hard and the road feels long. Learning English is not just about memorizing words or passing an exam. It's about unlocking a world of opportunities, communication, and self-expression. It's about connecting with people, stories, and ideas from every corner of the world. English is not only a language, it's a bridge between you and your dreams. 1. The power of purpose. Every successful English learner begins with a strong purpose. Maybe you want to study abroad, get a better job, travel, or simply speak confidently with others. Whatever your goal, it must come from your heart. When your purpose is clear, you never lose focus, no matter how many mistakes you make. Think of purpose as the engine that drives your progress. Without it, you may start learning but quickly stop when things get difficult. With it, you keep going even when you fail, even when no one is watching. Ask yourself, why do I want to learn English? What will English give me that I don't have now? How will my life change once I can speak it fluently? Write your answers in a notebook. These questions are not just exercises, they are your roadmap. Whenever you feel tired or unmotivated, open your notebook and remind yourself of your why. Purpose turns ordinary effort into extraordinary results. It transforms the act of learning English into a personal mission. 2. The global importance of English. English is the most widely spoken second language in the world. It's the language of international business, science, the internet, travel, and entertainment. Every day, millions of people use English to share ideas, trade goods, teach lessons, and express creativity. But what makes English truly special is not just its popularity, it's its power to connect. With English, you can read the thoughts of great minds, understand foreign cultures, and communicate with people from places you've never visited. It's like holding a master key that opens doors in every country. When you learn English, you are not just learning a language, you are learning a global skill. You become part of an international community where communication has no borders. Imagine being able to watch a movie without subtitles and understand every word. Write to a friend from another country and feel fully understood. Read books, research papers, or articles written by experts worldwide. Attend an international conference or study abroad confidently. Each of these dreams becomes possible once you master English. That's why learning it is not just an academic choice, it's a life decision. 3. Breaking mental barriers. Before learning begins, every student faces invisible walls: fear, doubt, and comparison. You might think, my English is bad, or I'll never sound like a native speaker. These thoughts are normal, but they are also dangerous because they can stop you before you start. You must understand this simple truth: every fluent speaker once struggled just like you. No one is born knowing English. Even native speakers spend years mastering grammar, pronunciation, and writing. So when you start, don't fear mistakes, celebrate them. Mistakes mean you are learning, improving, and taking action. The only real failure is not trying at all. Here's how to break your mental barriers: stop comparing yourself to others. Everyone learns at a different speed. Your progress is your own story. Be patient. Language learning is a marathon, not a sprint. Enjoy the process. Find joy in small victories: understanding a new word, watching a video without subtitles, or writing your first paragraph in English. Think positively. Replace I can't with I will. Your words shape your mindset. Once you overcome fear, your mind becomes open and ready to learn. You'll discover that English is not as difficult as it seems, it just requires time, practice, and confidence. 4. Setting clear goals. A dream becomes powerful only when it turns into a goal. To learn English effectively, you must set clear, measurable, and realistic goals. Ask yourself, what do I want to achieve this week, this month, and this year? Here's how to create effective goals. Short-term goals: I will learn 20 new words this week. Medium-term goals: I will be able to have a 5-minute English conversation within 2 months. Long-term goals: I will reach fluent speaking level within 1 year. Write your goals and track your progress. Every time you complete one, celebrate it. This habit creates motivation and confidence. Remember, goals give direction. Without them, you will wander and lose energy. With them, every lesson feels meaningful, and every effort has purpose. 5. Creating the right learning environment. Your environment affects your progress more than you might think. A quiet, positive, and motivating space helps your brain focus and absorb information better. Here's how to build a powerful English learning environment: surround yourself with English. Listen to English music, watch English shows, change your phone's language to English. Read and speak daily. Even 5 minutes of daily English practice can change your fluency over time. Avoid distractions. When studying, keep your phone away or turn off notifications. Use learning tools. Keep a notebook, dictionary, or mobile app to help with vocabulary and grammar. Your environment should remind you of your goal every day. Place motivational quotes or your goal list on your wall. Let English be part of your life, not just a subject you study. 6. The emotional side of learning. Language learning is not just mental, it's emotional. There will be days when you feel proud and days when you feel lost. Some days, English will sound like music, other days, it will sound impossible. That's normal. What matters is how you handle those emotions. Never let frustration turn into giving up. Remind yourself that every great achievement requires struggle. The same mountain that looks tall today will one day be the view you admire from the top. Here's a secret: emotion is your strongest teacher. When you feel connected to what you learn through stories, songs, or personal meaning, your brain remembers faster and longer. So choose materials that make you feel something. Watch movies that inspire you, read stories that touch your heart, and learn from topics you love. When your heart is involved, English stops being a lesson and becomes a passion. 7. Building self-belief. Confidence is not something you are born with, it's something you build. Many learners think they must first learn English perfectly to gain confidence. But the truth is, confidence comes before perfection. Speak, even when you make mistakes. Write, even when your grammar is not perfect. The more you practice, the stronger your confidence becomes. One powerful technique is positive self-talk. Every day, tell yourself, I am improving every day. I can learn anything I want. I am not afraid to make mistakes. I will speak English fluently. Words are powerful. The way you talk to yourself shapes the way you learn. Believe in your potential, because belief is the seed from which success grows. 8. The journey mindset. Think of learning English as a journey, not a destination. There is no final point where you know everything. Even native speakers keep learning new words. So instead of waiting to finish English, enjoy the journey of growth. Each new word, each corrected mistake, each conversation is a step forward. You might move slowly, but that's okay. Progress is not measured by speed, it's measured by consistency. If you learn just one new thing a day, that's 365 new things a year. Tiny steps lead to giant progress. Remember, you're not competing with anyone. You're growing, evolving, and becoming the best version of yourself. 9. Your first step starts now. Now that you understand the why, it's time to take your first step. Don't wait for the perfect day, the perfect teacher, or the perfect plan. The best time to start is today. Here's a simple challenge to begin: write down your motivation for learning English. Set one small goal for this week. Spend at least 10 minutes a day practicing. You will be amazed at how much difference one small step can make. 10. The promise of progress. If you stay patient, motivated, and consistent, English will become a part of your life, not a subject you fear. You will understand songs without subtitles, read your favorite books in their original language, and speak confidently in front of anyone. It all begins with a single decision: the decision to start and never give up. The path ahead will not always be easy, but it will always be worth it. Every effort, every mistake, every word learned brings you closer to your dream. So take a deep breath, smile, and step forward. Your English journey begins now, and it begins with purpose. Chapter 2: Building the Foundation, the English Alphabet and Pronunciation. Every language has a heartbeat, the sound and rhythm that make it alive. In English, that heartbeat begins with the alphabet and pronunciation. Before you can read books, write essays, or speak fluently, you must understand the letters and sounds that form every English word. This chapter is about laying the bricks of your language house solid, clear, and strong. Because without a good foundation, even the most beautiful vocabulary will collapse. 2.1 The English Alphabet 26 Keys to a World of Words. English uses 26 letters, divided into vowels and consonants. Vowels 5 letters, A, E, I, O, U. Consonants 21 letters, the remaining ones B, C, D, F, G, etc. Though this seems simple, the magic of English is that these 26 letters create hundreds of thousands of words, each with unique meaning and emotion. But here's the challenge: in English, letters and sounds do not always match. The word phone starts with PH, yet sounds like F. The word knife has a silent K. So, learning the alphabet is not just about shapes, it's about sounds. To begin, practice saying all 26 letters clearly. Learn how each letter sounds alone and in words. Listen to native pronunciation of the alphabet on YouTube or pronunciation apps. Consistency is key. Repeat until your tongue, lips, and ears feel comfortable. 2.2 The power of phonics: connecting letters to sounds. Phonics is the science of how letters sound and combine. It's the foundation of reading and speaking correctly. For example, the letter C sounds like K in cat but S in city. The letter G sounds like G in goat but J in giant. When you learn phonics, you can predict pronunciation, even for new words. Here are a few tips to master phonics. Start small. Focus on 2 or 3 sounds each day. Say them aloud. Feel how your mouth moves where your tongue is, how much air you release. Listen and repeat. Imitation is the secret of fluency. Copy what you hear. Use minimal pairs. Practice words that differ by one sound, like ship sheep, cat cut, fan van. Phonics gives you confidence. Once you understand sound patterns, English stops being strange, it becomes logical. 2.3 The 5 vowels: the voice of English. Vowels are the music of English. Without them, no word could flow or breathe. Each vowel A, E, I, O, U can have short and long sounds. Examples: A, cat short cake long. E, bed short be long. I, sit short time long. O, hot short home long. U, cup short tune long. These differences might feel small, but they can completely change meaning. For example, ship and sheep. Bit and beat. Full and fool. So when you learn vowels, practice slowly and carefully. Record yourself, listen back, and adjust. The goal isn't to sound perfect, it's to sound clear. Clarity is better than imitation. 2.4 Consonants: the structure of words. Consonants are the walls and corners of language, they give words shape and strength. But some consonants are tricky, especially for non-native speakers. Let's look at a few. Th in think soft or this hard. Place your tongue between your teeth and blow air gently. R in red or rain. In English, R is softer than in many languages. Don't roll it. L in love or little. Tip of the tongue touches the top of your mouth. V and W vine and wine. For V, teeth touch the lower lip. For W, round your lips like a circle. Mastering these sounds early prevents bad pronunciation habits later. You can practice consonants by reading tongue twisters aloud. Red lorry, yellow lorry. 33 Thirsty thieves. She sells seashells by the seashore. They may sound funny, but they train your mouth like a gym for language. 2.5 The mystery of silent letters. English is famous for its silent letters, letters that appear but aren't pronounced. For example, K is silent in knife, no, ni. B is silent in lamb, climb, thumb. W is silent in right, wrong, sword. L is silent in calm, talk, half. Silent letters often come from Old English or French roots. You can't avoid them, but you can remember them with practice and reading. Tip: whenever you learn a new word, write it, say it, and check its pronunciation on a trusted dictionary app like Cambridge or Oxford. Over time, your brain will remember both sound and spelling. 2.6 The music of English: stress and rhythm. English has a musical rhythm that gives life to sentences. Some words and syllables are stressed, spoken louder or longer, while others are soft and quick. Example: I want to go home. The capital words are stressed. This rhythm makes speech sound natural and helps listeners understand meaning. Stress can even change meaning. Record noun: a music record. Record verb: to record something. To practice rhythm, listen to English songs or speeches. Clap or tap along with the rhythm of words. Read sentences aloud with feeling. The more you mimic the music of English, the more natural your speech becomes. 2.7 Listening: training your ears to hear correctly. You cannot pronounce what you cannot hear. Listening is the mirror of speaking. Spend a few minutes every day listening to clear English, not just words, but tone, emotion, and speed. Try children's stories or cartoons: slow and clear pronunciation. News clips for formal English. Movies and podcasts for real-life English. Don't just listen, imitate. Pause the video and repeat what you hear. This technique, called shadowing, improves pronunciation and fluency dramatically. Your goal is not to sound like someone else, but to train your ears and tongue to work together. 2.8 Speaking: turning sound into confidence. Many learners understand English but can't speak it. Why? Because they fear mistakes or don't practice aloud. Speaking is a muscle. If you don't use it, it weakens. Here's how to practice: speak alone. Talk to yourself about your day in English, describe what you see. Record yourself. Listen and compare your pronunciation. Use tongue twisters. They strengthen your mouth muscles. Find a partner. Practice short dialogues daily. Even 5 minutes of daily speaking makes a difference. Don't wait to be perfect. Fluency comes from use, not waiting. 2.9 Reading and writing with the alphabet. When you know the alphabet, start reading simple texts, children's books, short articles, or story captions. Reading helps you connect spelling and sound. Example: read aloud to practice pronunciation. Underline new words and learn their pronunciation. Notice patterns like it in light, night, fight. Writing also helps you remember sounds and shapes. Write new words 3 times while saying them aloud. Your brain learns through repetition. 2.10 Practice techniques for strong pronunciation. Here are some powerful exercises to make your pronunciation sharp and confident. Mirror practice: watch your mouth move as you speak. Copy native videos. Mouth warm up: before speaking, stretch your lips and tongue. Say la la la, ta ta ta, ra. Sound focus: pick one difficult sound a day like th or v and repeat it 20 times. Shadowing exercise: repeat after native audio immediately, matching rhythm and tone. Daily reading aloud: read 1 paragraph aloud daily to improve flow and intonation. These simple habits train your mouth like an athlete trains muscles through consistency. 2.11 Building confidence through sound. Your pronunciation doesn't have to be native. It just needs to be clear and confident. Remember, English belongs to the world, not just one country. Every accent has beauty and identity. So, aim not for perfection, but for understanding and clarity. When people understand you easily, you have succeeded. The first time you speak English aloud may feel uncomfortable. You may hesitate, stutter, or feel embarrassed. But every time you speak, you win a small victory. Slowly, fear disappears, and confidence takes its place. Learning pronunciation is not just about sound, it's about self-expression. It's your voice saying, "I can do this." 2.12 The foundation is set. By the end of this chapter, you have built the base of your English journey: the alphabet, the sounds, and the rhythm. These are the invisible tools that shape everything you will learn next. Remember, fluency starts with sound. If your ears and mouth understand each other, reading, writing, and speaking will follow naturally. So practice daily. Repeat sounds, listen carefully, and speak bravely. The English language is not just in your books, it's in your voice. Chapter 3, Words are Power: Growing Your Vocabulary Daily. Language is built on words, tiny seeds of thought that grow into sentences, stories, and dreams. When you learn a new word, you gain a new way to express your ideas, emotions, and imagination. Words are not just tools, they are power. To master English, you must love words, collect them, play with them, and use them daily. The more words you know, the more clearly you think and speak. Vocabulary is the bridge between silence and expression, between understanding and being understood. This chapter will teach you how to grow your vocabulary naturally, memorably, and joyfully. 3.1 Why vocabulary matters. Imagine trying to paint a picture with only 2 colors. You could draw something simple, but it would lack depth and life. Now imagine you have 100 colors. Suddenly, you can create beauty, detail, and emotion. Words are your colors in communication. The more you have, the more beautifully you can express your thoughts. A rich vocabulary makes your speaking and writing powerful. Improves listening and reading comprehension. Builds confidence when you communicate. Helps you think faster and clearer in English. So, vocabulary isn't just about learning definitions. It's about building your voice. 3.2 Start with words that matter to you. The best words to learn are the ones that connect to your life. Don't begin with random lists from textbooks. Begin with what you love. If you like football, learn words like goal, match, pass, defend, victory. If you enjoy cooking, learn ingredients, recipe, boil, taste, flavor. If you're learning English for travel, learn airport, ticket, passport, luggage, destination. When words are personally meaningful, your brain remembers them faster. Emotion and connection make learning permanent. Tip: create a personal word journal. Each day, write 5 new words related to your daily life. Use them in sentences that describe your world. 3.3 Learn in context, not isolation. One common mistake is memorizing words alone, like learning apple equals a fruit. This method is boring and forgettable. Instead, learn words in sentences, in context, in stories. For example, don't learn, journey equals travel from one place to another. Learn, her journey across the mountains changed her forever. In the second example, you see how the word journey feels, not just what it means. You can imagine it, feel it, and use it naturally. When you meet a new word, read the full sentence. Understand the situation or story. Use the same word in your own sentence. That's how words move from your memory to your mouth. 3.4 The magic of repetition. Your brain forgets easily unless you remind it. Research shows that if you don't review a new word, you may forget it within a week. That's why repetition is powerful. Use this simple method. Day 1, learn 5 to 10 new words. Day 2, review those words and add 5 more. Day 3, review again and test yourself. Day 7, review everything from the week. Every time you repeat, your memory grows stronger. Think of it like watering a plant. Each review helps it grow deeper roots. 3.5 Use the 5 senses technique. When you learn a word, connect it with as many senses as possible. See it, write it down. Say it, speak it aloud. Hear it, listen to its pronunciation online. Feel it, imagine using it in real life. Use it, create sentences or mini stories. For example, if you're learning the word rain, see it, look at pictures of rain, say it, repeat the sound, hear it, listen to a song about rain, feel it, remember the smell or mood of rain, use it. I love listening to rain while reading. When you use multiple senses, your brain remembers faster and longer. 3.6 Learn word families and connections. Don't learn words one by one, learn families and connections. When you learn one word, explore its relatives. Example, happy, happiness, unhappy, happily. Create, creator, creation, creative. Beauty, beautiful, beautifully, beautify. Now, from one root, you can form many expressions. Also, learn word pairs and phrases called collocations. Make a decision, not do a decision. Heavy rain, not strong rain. Fast food, not quick food. Learning words in pairs helps you sound natural and fluent. 3.7 Surround yourself with English words. Immersion is the secret to fluency. You don't have to live in an English-speaking country, you can create one around you. Try these ideas. Label your environment. Stick small notes on objects: mirror, door, window, chair. Change your phone language to English. Follow English pages on social media. Watch videos or read short articles daily. Use apps like Quizlet, Duolingo, or Anki for vocabulary practice. Let English enter your world, not just your study time. 3.8 Practice active usage. Knowing a word is not enough, using it makes it yours. So, turn passive knowledge into active skill. Here's how: speak, use new words in daily conversation, even if you're alone. Write, create journal entries or short stories with your new vocabulary. Teach, explain the word to someone else. Teaching strengthens memory. Play, use games like word association or 20 questions. Example, if you learned courage, write, I showed courage when I spoke English in front of my class. Using words turns theory into reality. 3.9 Learn from mistakes. Sometimes, you'll misuse a word or forget its meaning. Don't be embarrassed, that's how real learning happens. Mistakes show that you're trying. When you use a word incorrectly, it actually helps your brain remember the right way next time. So instead of avoiding mistakes, embrace them as teachers in disguise. Every error is a step closer to fluency. 3.10 Reading, the secret door to vocabulary growth. Reading is one of the most powerful ways to expand vocabulary naturally. When you read, you meet words in context, emotion, and imagery, and your brain learns without effort. Start with simple books, children's stories, or short articles. Gradually move to novels, essays, and poetry. How to read effectively: don't stop at every new word, guess its meaning from the sentence. Note down 3 to 5 interesting words per day. Review them later and use them in your writing. Through reading, vocabulary grows quietly, like flowers in sunlight. 3.11 Listening and watching to learn words. Movies, podcasts, and songs are rich sources of natural vocabulary. They teach not only meaning but also pronunciation and emotion. When you watch or listen, turn on English subtitles. Pause and repeat new words. Mimic pronunciation and tone. Write down phrases you like. For example, from a movie you might learn, "Take your time. I'll figure it out." That sounds great. These real-life expressions make your English sound alive and confident. 3.12 Building a daily word habit. Consistency beats intensity. 10 minutes daily is better than 2 hours once a week. Here's a simple daily routine: learn 5 new words. Write 1 sentence with each. Review yesterday's words. Speak them aloud. Test yourself on weekends. In 30 days, you'll know 150 new words. Not just memorize them, but truly own them. 3.13 The emotion of words. Words carry feeling. When you say hope, you feel light. When you say fear, your heart tightens. Understanding emotion helps you use words naturally. So when you learn new vocabulary, ask, what emotion lives inside this word? For example, love equals warmth, care, joy. Anger equals heat, tension. Peace equals calm, stillness. When you feel the emotion of a word, you never forget it. Language is not only learned by the brain, it's learned by the heart. 3.14 The journey of words never ends. Even after years of learning, you will keep discovering new words. That's the beauty of English. It's endless, alive, and ever-changing. You don't have to know every word. You just need to know enough to express your truth. Each new word you learn is like opening a window, letting in light, meaning, and connection. Day by day, you'll notice how your speech grows richer, your writing becomes deeper, and your thoughts flow in English. So, learn with curiosity, not pressure. Read with passion, listen with attention, and speak with courage. Because in the end, words are the power that turn dreams into communication and communication into connection. Chapter 4, Grammar Made Simple: The Rules That Build Sentences. Grammar is the invisible structure that holds the English language together. Without it, words would float around without meaning or order. Grammar is not a cage to trap your creativity, it is a bridge that connects your thoughts to the world. When you understand grammar, you gain the power to express yourself clearly, confidently, and beautifully. Many learners fear grammar. They see endless rules, confusing tenses, and strange exceptions. But the truth is, grammar is simpler than it looks. It's like learning to drive. At first, there are too many things to remember, but soon your mind adjusts, and everything flows naturally. Let's explore grammar in an easy, friendly, and practical way. 1. The skeleton of English. Every language has a skeleton, and in English, that skeleton is made of sentences. A sentence is a complete thought that usually includes a subject, who or what the sentence is about, a verb, the action or state, and sometimes an object, the receiver of the action. For example, she runs. Subject plus verb. He reads a book. Subject plus verb plus object. Think of these as the bones of communication. Once you know how to place them, you can add muscles, adjectives, adverbs, clothes, phrases, clauses, and personality, tone, emotion. 2. Understanding the 8 parts of speech. English grammar is built from 8 main parts of speech. Each plays a role in creating meaning: nouns, names of people, places, things, or ideas; teacher, city, happiness. Pronouns replace nouns: he, she, they. Verbs show action or state: run, eat, is. Adjectives describe nouns: beautiful, tall, brave. Adverbs describe verbs, adjectives, or other adverbs: quickly, very, often. Prepositions show relationships: in, on, at, under, with. Conjunctions connect words or ideas: and, but, because. Interjections show emotion: oh, wow, hey. When you can recognize these parts, grammar becomes like a puzzle you can solve easily. 3-sentence structure: the heart of grammar. Let us look at the 3 main types of sentence structures. Simple sentence has one main idea. Example: I love English. Compound sentence joins 2 ideas with conjunctions like and, but, or. Example: I love English, and I practice every day. Complex sentence has a main idea and one or more supporting ideas. Example: I love English because it helps me connect with the world. By mixing these types, your speech and writing become more natural and engaging. 4. The magic of tenses: understanding time. Tenses show when an action happens: past, present, or future. There are 12 tenses in English, but you don't need to memorize them all at once. Let us simplify them. Present tenses: simple present, I read books. Habit or truth. Present continuous, I am reading a book. Happening now. Present perfect, I have read that book. Finished recently. Present perfect continuous, I have been reading for an hour. Started in past, continues now. Past tenses: simple past, I read a book yesterday. Past continuous, I was reading when he came. Past perfect, I had read before the movie started. Past perfect continuous, I had been reading for 2 hours before bed. Future tenses: simple future, I will read tomorrow. Future continuous, I will be reading at 8 p.m. Future perfect, I will have read it by Monday. Future perfect continuous, I will have been reading for 3 days by then. Start by mastering the simple tenses first. You'll naturally grow comfortable with the rest as your English improves. 5. The power of verbs. Verbs are the heartbeat of every sentence. Without them, nothing moves. There are 3 main types: action verbs, run, write, play. Linking verbs: am, is, are, seem, become. Helping verbs: have, do, will, can, may. For example, she runs fast. Action: she is happy. Linking: she will run tomorrow. Helping plus action. Always pay attention to the verb: it decides tense, mood, and meaning. 6. Nouns and articles. Naming the world. Nouns give life to everything you talk about. They can be countable: book, apple, or uncountable: water, sugar. Articles: a, an, the come before nouns and give them clarity. A and an mean one of many indefinite. Example: I saw a bird. The means that specific one definite. Example: the bird was blue. A simple tip: use a before consonant sounds a dog, and an before vowel sounds an apple. 7. Adjectives and adverbs. Adding color to words. Adjectives and adverbs make your English more expressive. Adjectives describe nouns: a beautiful flower, a tall man. Adverbs describe verbs or adjectives: she sings beautifully, very tall. Be careful not to mix them. She sings beautiful. She sings beautifully. A fun rule: adjectives answer what kind, how many, which one. Adverbs answer how, when, where, how often. 8. Prepositions. Small words, big meaning. Prepositions are small but powerful. They show relationships between words, in, on, at, to, from, with, about, for, of, under, over. Examples: I am in the room. The book is on the table. She arrived at 7 o'clock. They may seem tricky, but practice and reading will make them natural over time. 9 common grammar mistakes and how to fix them. Here are a few common errors English learners make. He go to school every day. He goes to school every day. I am agree. I agree. She is more smarter than him. She is smarter than him. I didn't saw him. I didn't see him. Learning to notice these small mistakes builds great confidence. Always reread what you write or say, it helps you catch them. 10 Grammar in real life. Grammar is not just for exams, it's for real life. When you speak correctly, people understand you better. When you write clearly, your ideas shine. Good grammar is respect for your listener or reader, it shows care and clarity. Try this: when watching movies, notice how people form questions or use tenses. When reading, underline words you don't understand and check how they fit grammatically. When speaking, don't fear mistakes, focus on getting better with each conversation. 11 Practice that works. Here are some easy ways to practice grammar daily. Write a short diary entry every day in English. Read one page of a book and find examples of different tenses. Speak to yourself in English about your day. Do short grammar quizzes online. Remember, repetition creates mastery. 12 The beauty of simplicity. The secret of grammar mastery is simplicity. You don't need to speak like a professor, you just need to be clear. Short, simple, and correct sentences are always better than long, broken ones. Think of grammar as your friend, not your enemy. It is there to help you build meaning, not to confuse you. 13 The confidence that comes with grammar. When you begin using correct grammar, something beautiful happens, your confidence grows. You start to notice that people understand you better. You begin to feel respected and capable. Your thoughts flow more smoothly in English, and soon, speaking feels natural. Good grammar doesn't make you sound robotic, it makes you sound intelligent and trustworthy. Whether you're writing an email, talking to a friend, or giving an interview, grammar gives your words strength. 14 The journey continues. You don't need to master grammar in 1 week or 1 month. It's a gradual process. Every mistake is a step forward, every correction a victory. The more you listen, read, and write, the more grammar will live inside you. Eventually, it will stop being something you study and become something you feel. So, learn the rules, but don't let them limit your expression. Use them to build bridges, tell stories, and share your dreams. In summary, grammar is the music of English, its rhythm, harmony, and structure. Once you learn to hear its melody, you will never lose it. And that melody will carry your words across borders, hearts, and minds. Chapter 5, Listening like a Native, Training Your Ears. Learning English is like learning to dance. You can read the steps from a book, but to truly move gracefully, you need to feel the rhythm. In language, the rhythm is listening. Listening is the heartbeat of communication. If you want to speak confidently, understand movies, follow conversations, and catch every nuance, you must train your ears like a musician trains for a performance. Many learners focus on reading and writing but neglect listening. Without listening, English feels fragmented, words are seen, but never fully heard or understood. This chapter will teach you how to hear, understand, and internalize English naturally, so it becomes part of your daily life. 5.1 Why listening is the foundation. Listening is the first step to speaking. Children learn language by listening long before they speak. They hear sounds, tones, and rhythms, and their brains automatically mimic them. Adults learning English can follow the same principle. When you listen carefully, you learn correct pronunciation. You absorb grammar subconsciously. You acquire new vocabulary naturally. You develop an instinct for sentence rhythm and intonation. Think of listening as planting seeds. Each time you hear English, your brain stores patterns that you will use when speaking or writing. 5.2 Start simple, slow and clear English. If you start with fast conversations or complex lectures, your brain will feel overwhelmed. Begin with slow, clear English, children's stories and cartoons. Beginner-level podcasts or videos. News for English learners. At this stage, focus on understanding the gist. Don't worry about every single word. Your goal is to train your ears to recognize sounds, words, and sentence structures. Example, listen to a short story. Try to catch the main idea: who is speaking, what happened, where are they. Even if you miss some words, your comprehension grows with time. 5.3 Listen daily, consistency over duration. Like any skill, listening improves with practice, not intensity. 10 minutes every day is more effective than 2 hours once a week. Daily habits: listen to an English song while commuting. Watch a short video or story before bed. Use an English news clip for 5 to 10 minutes in the morning. Consistency trains your brain to recognize patterns automatically. Soon, you'll notice familiar words, phrases, and intonation, making listening feel effortless. 5.4 Shadowing. Speak as you listen. One of the most effective methods for listening improvement is shadowing. Shadowing means repeating what you hear immediately, copying pronunciation, intonation, and rhythm. Steps for shadowing: choose a short audio clip or dialogue. Listen carefully once. Play it again, repeating each sentence aloud as closely as possible to the speaker. Repeat until it feels natural. Benefits of shadowing: you train your mouth and tongue to produce sounds correctly. You internalize natural speech patterns. You improve both listening and speaking simultaneously. 5.5 Listen for sound, not words alone. Many learners make the mistake of listening word by word, trying to translate everything in their heads. This slows comprehension. Instead, focus on sounds, rhythm, and meaning. Example, in the sentence, "I'm going to the market," the words often blend: I'm instead of I am, gonna instead of going to. Native speakers often link words, shorten phrases, or reduce vowels. When you train your ears for these sounds, you understand real English naturally, instead of textbook English. 5.6 Use different sources. Listening from a single source limits your understanding. To train like a native, listen to a variety of accents, topics, and speeds. Movies and series, casual, conversational English with emotion. Podcasts, formal and informal conversations on topics you enjoy. News, clear, professional pronunciation for proper nouns and vocabulary. YouTube channels, educational content with varying accents and speeds. Exposure to variety helps your brain adapt to real-life English, where every speaker has a slightly different style. 5.7 Active versus passive listening. Passive listening: English plays in the background. You enjoy it, but your brain may not fully process it. Active listening: you focus, analyze, and try to understand meaning, tone, and pronunciation. Active listening tips: pause and repeat sentences you don't understand. Write down new words and expressions. Ask yourself, what did they mean? Why did they stress this word? Balance both. Passive listening creates comfort, while active listening builds mastery. 5.8 The role of repetition. Your brain needs multiple exposures to truly understand and remember sounds. Don't just listen once. Listen 3 to 5 times. First, understand the overall idea. Second, focus on details and pronunciation. Third, repeat aloud. Shadowing. Repetition strengthens listening comprehension and prepares your brain to speak naturally. 5.9 Listening and vocabulary together. Listening is the best way to learn new words in context. Unlike memorizing a list, hearing a word in a story or dialogue helps you understand how it's pronounced, how it's used in a sentence, its natural collocations. For example, hearing "make a decision" in a conversation teaches you the exact phrasing, stress, and rhythm, not just the meaning of make or decision. 5.10 Overcoming frustration. At first, English may feel fast and overwhelming. You may hear words but not understand them. Don't worry, this is normal. Tips to overcome frustration: focus on small wins, understanding one sentence fully. Celebrate familiar words and phrases you recognize. Remember, listening skills develop gradually. Every minute counts. Patience is key. Your brain is training to recognize patterns, and over time, listening becomes effortless. 5.11 Listening as a daily habit. Think of listening as watering a plant. If you do it occasionally, growth is slow. If you do it daily, your brain blooms with understanding, pronunciation, and vocabulary. A sample daily listening routine: morning 5 to 10 minutes, listen to a podcast or short news clip. Afternoon 5 minutes, listen to a song or dialogue, focus on rhythm. Evening 10 minutes, shadow a video, repeat sentences aloud. Consistency turns effort into habit, and habit into fluency. 5.12 The reward of listening like a native. Once you train your ears, the rewards are immense. You understand conversations in movies and TV shows without subtitles. You follow lectures, interviews, or podcasts effortlessly. Your own speech becomes natural, fluent, and confident. You feel connected to the language and culture of English speakers. Listening is the bridge from understanding to speaking confidently. It's not just a skill, it's your gateway to fluency. Conclusion. Listening is the heartbeat of English. Without it, speaking feels forced, and comprehension feels incomplete. By listening daily, shadowing, focusing on rhythm, and using variety, you train your brain like a musician training ears and fingers. Start simple, practice consistently, repeat often, and embrace the challenge. Every time you listen, your brain grows stronger, your pronunciation improves, and your confidence rises. Remember, fluency begins with listening like a native, long before you speak like one. Chapter 6: Speaking with Confidence, Overcoming Fear and Hesitation. Learning English is a journey, but speaking it is the real adventure. You may know hundreds of words, understand grammar rules, and listen like a native, yet many learners hesitate to speak. Why fear? Fear of making mistakes, fear of judgment, fear of sounding awkward. But here's the truth: everyone starts small, everyone makes mistakes, and everyone can speak confidently with practice. Speaking is a skill, and like any skill, it grows with courage, repetition, and a positive mindset. This chapter will guide you to overcome hesitation, build confidence, and speak English naturally. 6.1 Understanding the fear. Fear of speaking comes in many forms: Fear of mistakes, what if I say something wrong? Fear of judgment, will they laugh at my accent? Fear of silence, I don't know what to say next. These fears are normal. Even native speakers sometimes hesitate. The key is not letting fear control your actions. Instead, treat speaking as a practice space, a place to learn, experiment, and grow. 6.2 Shift your mindset. Confidence begins in your mind. Instead of thinking, I'm not good at English, I will sound silly, try thinking, I am learning, and every attempt improves me. Mistakes are proof that I'm practicing. I can communicate even if it's not perfect. Changing your mindset turns fear into curiosity and hesitation into action. 6.3 Start small, one word, one sentence. Begin with small steps. Don't aim for long speeches or perfect grammar at first. Focus on, greetings, hello, how are you? Simple statements, I like reading books. I drink tea in the morning. Even these tiny sentences build muscle memory. Repetition strengthens confidence. Tip, speak in short bursts daily. 5 minutes is enough if you are consistent. 6.4 Practice alone, your safe space. Speaking alone may feel strange, but it's one of the fastest ways to gain confidence. Alone, you can repeat sentences you've learned. Describe your surroundings, the sky is blue. The birds are singing. Tell a short story or diary entry aloud. This practice helps your brain and mouth work together, forming natural speech patterns. The more comfortable you are alone, the easier it becomes with others. 6.5 Record yourself. Recording yourself is a powerful tool. It lets you hear how you sound. Notice pronunciation or grammar mistakes. Track improvement over time. Don't worry if your first recordings sound awkward, that's normal. With each recording, your voice becomes clearer, more confident, and natural. 6.6 Use shadowing for speaking confidence. Shadowing isn't just for listening. It also boosts speaking confidence. Repeat sentences from movies, podcasts, or songs exactly as you hear them. Pay attention to pronunciation, intonation, pauses, and rhythm. This technique trains your mouth, brain, and ears simultaneously, making spoken English more fluent and natural. Over time, speaking becomes less about thinking and more about feeling the language. 6.7 Speak to real people. Once you feel comfortable alone, start speaking with others. Begin with friends who are patient and supportive. Language exchange partners online. Tutors or conversation groups. Tips for real conversations: focus on communication, not perfection. Understanding matters more than flawless grammar. Ask questions if you don't understand. Use gestures or expressions to support your words. Every conversation is practice. Each interaction builds confidence, even if mistakes happen. 6.8 Learn to embrace mistakes. Mistakes are not failures, they are proof of progress. Every time you mispronounce a word or mix tenses, your brain learns the correct form. Famous language learners often say, I learned faster when I stopped fearing mistakes. Errors showed me where to improve. Treat mistakes like stepping stones, not obstacles. Smile, correct yourself, and keep speaking. 6.9 Build fluency, not perfection. Many learners pause to choose the perfect word or tense. This slows speech and increases anxiety. Fluency means speaking smoothly and naturally, even if some words or grammar aren't perfect. The goal is communication, not perfection. Tips for fluency: use simple words first. Instead of, I am attempting to prepare breakfast, say, I am making breakfast. Don't overthink grammar mid-sentence. Correct later. Keep the conversation moving with short phrases. I agree, that's interesting, can you repeat that? Fluency builds confidence, confidence improves speaking. 6.10 Think in English. One reason learners hesitate is that they translate from their native language. This slows speech and creates uncertainty. Instead, practice thinking directly in English. Start with, describing your day in English silently. Making mental lists, I need to buy milk, eggs, bread. Imagining conversations, I'll ask the teacher about homework. Thinking in English shortens the gap between thought and speech, reducing hesitation. 6.11 Use positive self-talk. Your mind shapes your speech. Replace negative thoughts, I can't speak English. I am improving every day. Before speaking, say to yourself, I can communicate clearly. I will try and learn from mistakes. This boosts self-confidence and reduces fear. 6.12 Practice daily. Consistency is key. Confidence grows with daily practice, not occasional effort. Even 10 to 15 minutes per day of speaking makes a huge difference in a month. Simple daily routines, introduce yourself aloud. Speak about your plans, feelings, or surroundings. Repeat new phrases or sentences learned that day. Consistency turns nervous beginners into confident speakers. 6.13 Celebrate progress. Every small improvement deserves recognition. Speak a complete sentence correctly. Celebrate. Understand a conversation without subtitles. Celebrate. Tracking progress builds motivation and shows that confidence grows step by step, not overnight. Conclusion. Speaking English confidently is a journey of courage, practice, and patience. Fear is normal, but it can be overcome with mindset, small steps, and consistent effort. Speak alone, shadow native speakers, converse with others, embrace mistakes, and focus on communication over perfection. Remember, confidence is built word by word, sentence by sentence. Every attempt, no matter how small, brings you closer to fluency. Speak bravely, speak daily, and speak with joy because your voice matters, and the world is ready to hear it. Chapter 7, Writing Clearly. Expressing Thoughts in English. Speaking English is like having a conversation, but writing English is like painting a picture with words. Writing allows you to express ideas, feelings, and stories in a permanent form. It is one of the most powerful ways to communicate, learn, and grow in English. While listening and speaking train your ears and mouth, writing trains your mind. It makes you think in English, organize ideas, and understand the structure of language more deeply. Many learners fear writing because they worry about grammar, vocabulary, or style. But writing is a skill that improves with practice, patience, and guidance. This chapter will show you how to write clearly, confidently, and effectively, turning your thoughts into words on the page. 7.1 Why Writing Matters. Writing strengthens your English in ways that reading or listening alone cannot. Organizes thoughts. Writing forces you to arrange your ideas logically. Reinforces vocabulary. Using new words in sentences helps you remember them. Improves grammar naturally. You see patterns when you write consistently. Builds clarity and confidence. You learn to express yourself precisely. Think of writing as a mirror. The clearer you see your thoughts in your mind, the clearer you can communicate them to others. 7.2 Start small short sentences first. Many learners feel overwhelmed and try to write long paragraphs immediately. This often leads to frustration. Start small, Write one sentence a day about your routine. I drink tea every morning. Describe your surroundings. The sky is blue, and the sun is shining. Write about your feelings. I feel happy today because I learned a new word. Short, simple sentences build your foundation. Over time, you can link them to create longer paragraphs. 7.3 Organize your ideas. The power of structure. Clear writing requires structure. A simple framework helps your readers understand your ideas easily. Introduction: introduce your topic or main idea. Example: learning English is exciting and rewarding. Body: explain your idea with examples, reasons, or details. Example: it allows me to talk to people worldwide. I can read books and watch movies in English. Conclusion: summarize your point or give a final thought. Example: practicing English every day makes me more confident and fluent. This three-part structure works for essays, letters, emails, and even diary entries. 7.4 Use simple words first. Many learners try to use big or fancy words to impress, but clarity is more important than complexity. I experienced an immense elation upon acquiring novel vocabulary. I felt very happy when I learned a new word. Simple words communicate your idea clearly and reduce errors. As you improve, you can gradually include more advanced words naturally. 7.5 Connect sentences smoothly. Linking sentences creates flow and coherence. Use simple connectors: addition, and, also, moreover, contrast, but, however, although. Cause-effect: because, so, therefore. Example: for example, such as. Example: I enjoy reading books. They teach me new words. I enjoy reading books because they teach me new words. Smooth connections make your writing easier to read and understand. 7.6 Write daily. The habit of progress. Consistency is key. Writing daily, even a few sentences, trains your brain to think in English. Daily writing exercises. Journal: today, I learned 5 new words. Diary: I went to the market and bought fresh fruits. Short stories: once upon a time, a little boy found a magical stone. Emails or messages: practice writing to friends or pen pals. Even 10 minutes per day will show huge improvement in 1 month. 7.7 Use vocabulary and grammar actively. Writing gives you a chance to use new words and grammar. Each sentence is an opportunity to apply what you have learned. Vocabulary: instead of repeating happy, try excited or joyful. Grammar: practice tenses naturally. I study English every day present, or I studied yesterday past. Writing actively reinforces learning faster than memorizing alone. 7.8 Read before you write. Reading and writing go hand in hand. Good readers often become good writers. Read short stories, articles, or blogs in English. Observe sentence structure, vocabulary, and connectors. Imitate the style in your own writing. This method helps you internalize grammar, improve vocabulary, and develop a natural writing rhythm. 7.9 Review and edit your work. Your first draft is never perfect, and that's okay. Editing is part of learning. Check grammar, look for mistakes in tenses, articles, and prepositions. Check vocabulary, replace repeated words with synonyms if needed. Check clarity, ensure every sentence conveys your idea clearly. Editing strengthens learning because it forces you to analyze language critically. Over time, you will make fewer mistakes naturally. 7.10 Seek feedback. If possible, get feedback from teachers or tutors, friends who are good at English, online language communities, Feedback highlights errors you might not notice and guides you toward improvement. Accept it positively, and treat every comment as a lesson. 7.11 Experiment with styles. Writing doesn't have to be boring. Experiment to find your voice. Descriptive writing, paint vivid pictures with words. Narrative writing, tell stories with beginning, middle, and end. Persuasive writing, share your opinions and convince the reader. Creative writing, poetry, dialogues, or imaginary scenarios. Exploring styles keeps writing exciting and improves flexibility in expression. 7.12 Writing is thinking. Writing helps you think in English. When you translate your thoughts into words, your brain forms ideas more clearly. You notice patterns, correct mistakes, and develop fluency mentally. Start by thinking, what do I want to say? Then choose words, organize sentences, and write them down. Over time, writing and thinking in English become seamless. 7.13 Celebrate small wins. Every sentence you write is progress. Finished a paragraph without mistakes? Celebrate. Used a new word correctly? Celebrate. Writing builds confidence slowly, one small step at a time. Recognizing your progress keeps you motivated. 7.14 Conclusion. Writing is a journey of expression, clarity, and creativity. It strengthens vocabulary, grammar, and fluency while giving your thoughts permanence. Start small, write daily, use simple words, organize ideas, and edit your work. Pair writing with reading, feedback, and practice, and your English will grow naturally. Remember, writing is not about perfection, it's about communication, practice, and growth. Each sentence you write is a step toward fluency. The more you write, the clearer, more confident, and more natural your English becomes. Chapter 8, Reading for Fluency. Understanding and enjoying English texts. Reading is more than just recognizing words on a page. It is a bridge to understanding, thinking, and expressing yourself in English. While listening trains your ears, speaking trains your mouth, and writing trains your mind, reading trains your brain to think in English naturally. It exposes you to vocabulary, grammar, and sentence structures in context, helping you absorb the language without effort. Many learners struggle with reading because they focus on translating every word. The key to fluency is understanding the meaning, not translating every sentence. This chapter will guide you to read effectively, enjoy English texts, and improve your fluency. 8.1 Why reading matters. Reading improves English in several ways. Vocabulary expansion. Encountering words in context helps you remember them naturally. Grammar reinforcement. You see rules in action without memorizing charts. Improved comprehension. You learn to understand ideas quickly. Exposure to different writing styles. Stories, articles, essays, and dialogues help you develop flexibility in English. Think of reading as feeding your brain with English every day. The more you read, the stronger your language skills grow. 8.2 Choose the right material. Start with materials that are interesting and suitable for your level. Reading something boring or too difficult will make learning painful. Beginners, children's stories, simple news articles, or graded readers. Intermediate learners, short stories, magazines, blogs, or simple novels. Advanced learners, novels, essays, newspapers, and research articles. Interest is motivation. When you enjoy what you read, learning happens naturally. 8.3 Read for meaning, not words. Don't get stuck on unknown words. Focus on understanding the general idea. Example, sentence, the clouds gathered, and the wind whispered through the trees. Even if you don't know gathered or whispered, you can imagine a storm approaching. This approach builds reading fluency and helps your brain think in English, instead of constantly translating into your native language. 8.4 Use context clues. When you meet a new word, use context clues to guess its meaning. Look at surrounding words. The rain was torrential, flooding the streets. You may not know torrential, but the idea of flooding gives a clue. Check for synonyms or explanations in the sentence. Observe the tone. Is it positive, negative, or neutral? Guessing words from context strengthens comprehension faster than using a dictionary for every unknown word. 8.5 Active reading techniques. Active reading turns passive recognition into real learning. Underline or highlight important words and phrases. Take notes summarizing paragraphs in your own words. Ask questions. Why did the character do this? What is the main idea? Predict what will happen next in a story. These techniques improve understanding and memory, making reading a powerful learning tool. 8.6 Read aloud. Reading silently is useful, but reading aloud strengthens pronunciation and fluency. Speak the words naturally. Pay attention to punctuation, pauses, and emphasis. Repeat sentences you find challenging. Reading aloud combines speaking, listening, and comprehension practice in one exercise. 8.7 Reread and review. Don't be afraid to read the same text multiple times. First reading, focus on understanding the general idea. Second reading, pay attention to new vocabulary, grammar structures, and expressions. Third reading, summarize the text in your own words or write a short review. Repetition reinforces learning and increases retention of vocabulary and sentence structures. 8.8 Integrate reading with other skills. Reading works best when combined with listening, writing, and speaking. Listening, find an audiobook or video version of the text. Follow along while listening. Writing, summarize or rewrite the story in your own words. Speaking, discuss the story or article with a friend or record your thoughts aloud. This integration creates a 360-degree learning experience, making English natural and internalized. 8.9 Gradually increase difficulty. Start easy, but gradually challenge yourself with longer texts, complex sentences, and unfamiliar vocabulary. Short stories, novels, articles, academic papers. Simple conversations, dialogues in movies, speeches, or debates. Gradual progression builds confidence and prevents frustration. 8.10 Enjoy the process. Reading is not just a learning tool, it can be fun and inspiring. Choose texts that interest you: adventure stories, poems, blogs, or biographies. Enjoying what you read keeps motivation high and makes fluency a natural byproduct. Conclusion. Reading is the silent superpower of English fluency. It improves vocabulary, strengthens grammar, and enhances comprehension. Start with materials you enjoy, focus on meaning rather than translating every word, use context clues, read aloud, and integrate reading with other skills. Gradually challenge yourself, and remember to enjoy the journey. Every page you read brings you closer to thinking, understanding, and expressing yourself fluently in English. The more you read, the more confident and capable you become, turning English from a challenge into a lifelong friend. Chapter 9, Thinking in English: How to Train Your Mind. Fluency is more than memorizing words or following grammar rules. True fluency comes when your brain thinks directly in English. Most learners translate from their native language, which slows down speaking, creates hesitation, and makes conversations feel unnatural. Thinking in English removes this barrier. It allows you to speak faster, understand better, and express ideas confidently. This chapter will teach you how to train your mind to think in English naturally. 9.1 Why thinking in English matters. When you translate every thought, you pause frequently, searching for words. You make more mistakes because structures don't match. Conversations feel slow and awkward. When you think in English, words flow naturally. Grammar and sentence structure become automatic. You understand spoken English faster. Fluency begins in the mind, before it comes out of your mouth. 9.2 Start with simple thoughts. Begin by thinking in short, everyday sentences. I am eating breakfast. The weather is sunny today. I will go to the market. These simple sentences train your brain to form English thoughts without translation. Start small and gradually increase complexity. 9.3 Describe your surroundings. A powerful way to practice is to observe and describe. Look around your room, the table is brown. The chair is near the window. In a cafe, the coffee smells good. People are talking quietly. On the street, the bus is red. Children are playing. Describing things aloud or silently in English trains your brain to think in English automatically. 9.4 Narrate your day. Another effective method is mental narration. As you go through your day, think in English. I woke up at 7 a.m. I brushed my teeth. I ate an apple. I am going to meet my friend. We will talk about school. This habit turns your mind into a language gym, strengthening your fluency gradually. 9.5 Ask questions in English. Train your brain to formulate questions naturally. What time is it? Where should I go next? How do I solve this problem? Asking questions in English, even silently, prepares your mind for real conversations and improves your ability to respond quickly. 9.6 Think in full sentences, not words. Avoid thinking in single words, like book or eat. Instead, form complete sentences, book, read, library. I am going to read a book in the library. Full sentences strengthen grammar, vocabulary usage, and natural sentence flow. 9.7 Use mental dialogues. Imagine conversations in English. Hello, how are you? I am fine. How about you? I am good. What are you doing today? Mental dialogues prepare you for real interactions and build confidence. Over time, responding in English becomes instinctive. 9.8 Replace translation with thinking. Every time you catch yourself translating, pause and reformulate. I want to go to school. Think in native language first, then translate. I want to go to school directly. Think in English. This shift takes practice but is key to fluency. Your brain will gradually stop relying on translation. 9.9 Surround yourself with English. The more your mind encounters English, the easier thinking in English becomes. Listen to English music or podcasts. Watch movies or videos without subtitles. Read and write daily. The brain absorbs patterns subconsciously. Frequent exposure makes English a natural thought process, not a foreign language. 9.10 Patience and consistency. Thinking in English doesn't happen overnight. Start with 5 to 10 minutes daily, then increase. Don't worry about mistakes or awkward sentences. The goal is habit formation. Small daily practices equals gradual mastery. Consistency beats intensity. Over time, thinking in English becomes automatic, leading to confident speaking and writing. Conclusion. Training your mind to think in English is the bridge between knowing the language and using it fluently. Start simple, describe your surroundings, narrate your day, ask questions, and practice mental dialogues. Replace translation with direct thinking and immerse yourself in English daily. Remember, fluency begins in the mind. Every thought you form in English brings you one step closer to speaking naturally, understanding quickly, and expressing yourself confidently. Think in English, and your words will follow effortlessly. Chapter 10, Expanding Vocabulary: The Power of Words. Vocabulary is the fuel of language. Without words, even the most confident speaker cannot express thoughts clearly. Expanding your vocabulary is not about memorizing long lists of words, it's about learning words in context, using them naturally, and making them a part of your daily speech and writing. The more words you know, the more powerful your communication becomes. 10.1 Why vocabulary matters. Vocabulary affects every part of English learning. Speaking, more words help you express ideas accurately. Writing, a rich vocabulary makes your sentences precise and interesting. Listening, recognizing more words improves comprehension. Reading, understanding a variety of words increases fluency. A strong vocabulary gives you freedom. You can explain your thoughts, describe experiences, and participate in conversations with ease. 10.2 Learn words in context. Instead of memorizing words from a list, learn them in context. Read sentences or stories. The cat sat on the windowsill, basking in the sunlight. You learn basking naturally. Watch videos or listen to podcasts. Notice how words are used in real conversations. Context helps you remember words longer and understand their usage, collocations, and tone. 10.3 Use new words immediately. Words are like muscles, they strengthen when used. After learning a new word, speak it in a sentence. I basked in the warm sun yesterday. Write it in a diary. Today I basked in the peaceful garden. Repeat it throughout the day in thoughts or conversation. Active usage prevents forgetting and makes words a natural part of your vocabulary. 10.4 Group words by themes. Grouping words by topics helps recall: daily life, eat, drink, cook, clean. Travel, airport, ticket, luggage, hotel. Feelings, happy, sad, excited, nervous. When you think about a topic, related words come to mind easily. This strategy speeds up learning and speaking. 10.5 Learn synonyms and antonyms. Knowing alternatives expands expression. Synonyms: happy, joyful, excited, content. Antonyms: happy, sad, unhappy, disappointed. Synonyms let you avoid repetition, and antonyms help you understand nuances. Both improve writing, speaking, and comprehension. 10.6 Review and repeat. Repetition is crucial. New words fade quickly if not reviewed. Make a small notebook or digital list of new words. Review daily or weekly. Test yourself by forming sentences or quizzing your memory. Consistent repetition converts short-term memory into long-term retention. 10.7 Use technology wisely. Apps, flashcards, and online tools can help expand vocabulary efficiently. Use apps like Anki, Quizlet, or Memrise. Set daily goals. Learn 5 to 10 new words. Track your progress and repeat words for retention. Technology supplements practice, but real usage in speaking and writing is what makes words stick. 10.8 Make vocabulary fun. Learning words doesn't have to be boring. Play word games or puzzles. Watch English movies and pick new expressions. Read interesting stories and highlight unknown words. Fun activities make vocabulary learning enjoyable and sustainable. Conclusion. Vocabulary is the foundation of fluency. Learn words in context, use them immediately, group them by themes, explore synonyms and antonyms, and review consistently. Remember, words are not just for exams, they are tools to express yourself, share ideas, and connect with others. Every new word you learn brings you closer to confident, natural, and powerful English. Chapter 11, Practical English Using Language in Daily Life. Learning English is not just about studying grammar or memorizing words, it's about using the language in real life. The more you apply English in daily situations, the faster you improve. Practical usage helps you connect words, phrases, and ideas naturally, turning knowledge into fluency. This chapter will show you how to incorporate English into your everyday life, making learning active, fun, and effective. 11.1 Speak English daily. Consistency is key. Even a few minutes of English conversation every day makes a big difference. Talk to yourself, describe what you're doing or thinking. I am cooking dinner. The food smells good. Speak with friends or family members who know English. Join online language exchange platforms to converse with learners worldwide. Daily speaking practice strengthens confidence and helps you think in English naturally. 11.2 Use English in common situations. Everyday tasks are perfect opportunities to practice. Shopping, how much does this cost? Do you have this in another color? Traveling, where is the nearest bus station? I would like a ticket to London. Eating out, can I see the menu, please? I would like a coffee and sandwich. Practical phrases make your English functional and ready for real-life use. 11.3 Write daily. Writing is as important as speaking. Short daily exercises reinforce vocabulary and grammar. Keep a diary. Today I went to the park. The weather was sunny. Make shopping or to-do lists in English. Write emails or messages in English whenever possible. Writing regularly improves sentence structure, spelling, and clarity. 11.4 Listen actively. Practical English involves listening to native or fluent speakers. Watch short videos, news, or TV shows. Listen to English songs and try to understand the lyrics. Follow podcasts on topics you enjoy. Listening in real-life contexts helps you understand accents, intonation, and natural expressions. 11.5 Read for everyday use. Reading isn't just for stories. Everyday reading improves comprehension and vocabulary. Instructions, manuals, recipes, product labels, signs, exit, no entry, push-pull, articles, blogs, and social media posts. Daily reading exposes you to practical words and phrases you can immediately use. 11.6 Think in English. Train your mind to think in English during daily routines. While cooking, I am chopping vegetables. While shopping, I need apples, milk, and bread. During travel, the bus is coming. I should wait here. Thinking in English reduces hesitation, improves fluency, and makes communication effortless. 11.7 Combine skills. Practical English works best when speaking, listening, reading, and writing are combined. Listen to a recipe video, read the recipe, write it down, explain it aloud. Watch a travel video, summarize it in English, discuss it with a friend. Combining skills reinforces learning and makes English part of your daily life. 11.8 Make learning a habit. Consistency turns practice into habit. Set small daily goals. Speak 5 to 10 sentences in English every day. Learn 3 to 5 new practical words daily. Listen to a short English audio clip. Over time, these small efforts accumulate into fluent, natural English. Conclusion. Practical English is about using the language actively in real-life situations. Speak daily, write, listen, read, and think in English. Apply English to shopping, traveling, cooking, or conversations. Make it a habit, and learning becomes effortless. Every small step in daily practice brings you closer to confidence, fluency, and real-world communication skills. Chapter 12, Overcoming Common Mistakes, Learning from Errors. Mistakes are a natural part of learning English. Every learner makes them, whether in speaking, writing, or grammar. The key is not to fear errors, but to use them as stepping stones toward improvement. Learning from mistakes is one of the fastest ways to become fluent, confident, and accurate in English. This chapter will guide you on how to identify, understand, and overcome common mistakes while learning English. 12.1 Understand that mistakes are normal. Every fluent speaker was once a beginner. Mistakes show that you are practicing and experimenting with the language. Grammar errors are common, mixing tenses or using wrong articles. Pronunciation mistakes happen when trying new sounds. Word choice errors occur when unfamiliar vocabulary is used. Accept mistakes as part of the learning process. Avoid shame or frustration, they slow progress. 12.2 Identify your common mistakes. The first step to improvement is awareness. Record your speaking and listen carefully. Review your writing for repeated errors. Ask teachers, friends, or language partners to point out mistakes. Knowing your weak points helps you focus on the most important areas for improvement. 12.3 Learn from context. When you make a mistake, analyze it in context. If you say, "He go to school yesterday," notice that the verb tense is wrong. Correct it, "He went to school yesterday." Understand why the correction works, not just memorize it. Understanding the reason behind a mistake ensures you don't repeat it. 12.4 Practice correct forms. After identifying mistakes, practice the correct usage, repeat corrected sentences aloud. Write similar sentences using the same structure. Use the corrected word or phrase in conversations. Practice turns theory into habit and strengthens confidence. 12.5 Focus on patterns, not perfection. Many learners aim for flawless English immediately. Instead, focus on patterns and improvement, common grammar patterns, present, past, future tenses. Sentence structure, subject plus verb plus object. Pronunciation patterns, stress, rhythm, intonation. By mastering patterns, you reduce mistakes naturally and speak more confidently. 12.6 Avoid overcorrection. Overthinking every word or sentence slows progress. Correct mistakes after communication, not before. During speaking, focus on fluency and clarity first. After speaking or writing, review errors and make corrections. This balance prevents anxiety while ensuring improvement. 12.7 Use mistakes as motivation. Mistakes are not failures, they are opportunities. Each error shows an area to strengthen. Tracking progress over time reveals how much you've improved. Celebrate small victories when a common mistake no longer occurs. Mistakes, when treated positively, accelerate learning. 12.8 Develop a growth mindset. A growth mindset is the belief that skills improve with effort and practice. Say, "I made a mistake, and that helps me learn." Avoid, "I am bad at English because I made a mistake." Focus on progress, not perfection. With this mindset, mistakes become tools, not obstacles. Conclusion. Overcoming mistakes is essential to mastering English. Accept errors as normal, identify patterns, practice corrections, and maintain a growth mindset. Mistakes are proof that you are learning and improving. Every corrected sentence, every improved pronunciation, and every refined word choice brings you closer to fluent, confident, and natural English. Remember, mistakes are not setbacks, they are your stepping stones to success. Chapter 13, Using Technology, Modern Tools for Learning English. Learning English in the digital age has never been easier. Technology provides countless tools, apps, and resources that make learning interactive, efficient, and enjoyable. Whether you want to improve your vocabulary, speaking, listening, reading, or writing, the right technological tools can accelerate your progress. This chapter will guide you on how to use technology effectively to enhance your English skills. 13.1 Online Courses and Tutorials. The Internet offers thousands of courses and tutorials suitable for all levels. Structured learning platforms, websites like Coursera, Udemy, or Khan Academy offer structured courses with lessons, exercises, and quizzes. Video tutorials. YouTube has countless channels dedicated to English learning, including pronunciation, grammar, and conversation practice. These platforms allow you to learn at your own pace, repeat difficult lessons, and revisit topics anytime. 13.2 Mobile Apps for Daily Practice. Mobile apps make learning English convenient and engaging. Vocabulary apps, Anki, Quizlet, and Memrise help you memorize words through flashcards and spaced repetition. Grammar apps, apps like Grammarly or English Grammar in Use provide explanations, exercises, and corrections. Speaking and listening apps, HelloTalk and Tandem connect you with native speakers worldwide for real-time conversation practice. Apps allow learning anywhere during commutes, breaks, or leisure time, turning every moment into an opportunity to improve. 13.3 Digital Reading and Listening. Technology provides unlimited access to reading and listening materials, ebooks and articles. Kindle, Medium, or news websites give you instant access to English texts at your level. Podcasts and audiobooks. Listening to English podcasts or audiobooks improves comprehension, pronunciation, and fluency. Reading and listening digitally helps you practice English naturally, absorbing vocabulary and grammar in context. 13.4 Online Writing and Feedback Tools. Writing can be improved quickly with modern tools. Grammar checkers, Grammarly or Pro Writing Aid highlight errors and suggest improvements. Collaboration tools. Google Docs allows teachers or friends to give feedback on your writing. Forums and communities. Quora or English learning forums let you ask questions and get guidance. These tools provide instant feedback, helping you identify mistakes and learn effectively. 13.5 Language exchange platforms. Technology allows you to communicate with native speakers worldwide. Video calls, platforms like Zoom or Skype enable live conversation practice. Chat apps, HelloTalk, Tandem, or Speaky connect you with learners and native speakers. Social media, follow English-speaking influencers, join groups, and participate in discussions. Regular interaction with native speakers improves fluency, builds confidence, and exposes you to natural expressions. 13.6 Gamification and interactive learning. Games make learning English fun and memorable. Word games, Scrabble, Wordscapes, or crossword puzzles improve vocabulary. Language challenges. Apps like Duolingo turn learning into a daily challenge with points, streaks, and rewards. Gamified learning keeps motivation high and encourages consistent practice. 13.7 Balance technology with real practice. While technology is powerful, it cannot replace real-life usage. Speak, write, read, and listen actively outside digital tools. Technology should supplement, not replace, traditional practice and conversation. 13.8 Tips for effective use. Set daily learning goals, 10 to 15 minutes of app practice or one article per day. Avoid distractions, focus on learning rather than passive browsing. Mix skills, combine reading, listening, writing, and speaking in your digital routine. Review progress regularly, track words learned, mistakes corrected, and skills improved. Consistency and intentional use of technology maximize results. Conclusion. Technology has transformed English learning, offering tools for vocabulary, grammar, pronunciation, writing, listening, and speaking. By combining apps, online courses, digital reading, podcasts, language exchanges, and gamified tools, you can make learning interactive and effective. However, balance is crucial. Real-life practice and active usage remain essential. Use technology wisely, make it part of your daily routine, and let it accelerate your journey toward fluent, confident, and natural English. Chapter 14, Consistency and Motivation, your key to fluency. Learning English is a journey, not a sprint. You can know grammar rules, memorize vocabulary, and practice speaking, but without consistency and motivation, progress will be slow or even stall completely. Fluency is built one step at a time, and the two most important forces that drive this process are regular practice and sustained motivation. This chapter explores how to stay consistent, maintain motivation, and develop habits that ensure you keep improving your English every day. 14.1 Why consistency matters. Consistency is the backbone of language learning. English, like any skill, is strengthened by repetition and regular exposure. Daily practice reinforces memory. Even 10 to 15 minutes a day is better than an occasional 2-hour study session. Muscle memory develops for speaking. Regular speaking strengthens pronunciation and fluency. Vocabulary retention improves. Daily review prevents forgetting words and phrases. Confidence grows naturally. Repeated exposure reduces fear and hesitation. Consistency turns small daily efforts into long-term mastery. The brain loves routines, and repeated practice gradually makes English second nature. 14.2 Set realistic goals. Motivation often fades when goals feel unattainable. Setting clear, realistic, and achievable goals helps maintain enthusiasm. Short-term goals: learn 5 new words today, write a 5-sentence diary entry, listen to a 10-minute podcast. Medium-term goals: read a short story in English by the end of the week, have a 5-minute conversation with a friend. Long-term goals: reach intermediate fluency in 6 months, watch a movie in English without subtitles. Goals act as milestones, giving you direction and a sense of accomplishment along the way. 14.3 Make English a daily habit. Habits are the foundation of consistency. Embed English into your daily life so that it becomes automatic. Morning routine: read or listen to English for 10 minutes while having breakfast. Commute or travel: use apps, podcasts, or audiobooks to practice listening. Evening reflection: write a diary entry or summarize your day in English. Start small. Even a 5-minute activity counts. Over time, these small habits compound into fluency. 14.4 Mix fun with learning. Sustaining motivation is easier when learning is enjoyable. Make English practice fun, interactive, and meaningful. Watch movies, TV shows, or YouTube videos in English. Play word games or puzzles like Scrabble, Wordscapes, or crosswords. Read stories, blogs, or news articles on topics you love. Listen to songs and try to understand the lyrics. When learning is entertaining, you are more likely to stick with it long term. 14.5 Track your progress. Seeing progress is a powerful motivator. Keep a record of your achievements, note new words learned daily. Track conversations or speaking practice sessions. Save writing exercises and review them after weeks or months. Record yourself speaking to observe improvements in pronunciation and fluency. Tracking progress turns invisible improvement into visible, tangible success, which fuels motivation. 14.6 Overcome plateaus. Every learner experiences periods of slow progress, known as plateaus. Motivation can drop during these times. To overcome them, change your approach. If reading feels slow, try listening or speaking. Challenge yourself, try a slightly harder text, longer conversation, or new grammar topic. Reward yourself, celebrate small victories to regain momentum. Plateaus are temporary. With consistent effort, progress will resume. 14.7 Surround yourself with English. Immersion is key to maintaining motivation. Surround yourself with English as much as possible. Follow social media accounts, blogs, or YouTube channels in English. Speak with friends, tutors, or language exchange partners regularly. Label objects in your house with English words. Change phone or computer language settings to English. Being constantly exposed to English reminds your brain that it is important and useful, keeping motivation high. 14.8 Develop a growth mindset. A growth mindset is the belief that abilities improve with effort and practice. Instead of fearing mistakes or slow progress, view them as opportunities. Mistakes are lessons, not failures. Every challenge is a chance to improve. Improvement comes gradually, not instantly. With a growth mindset, consistency becomes easier because effort is valued more than immediate results. 14.9 Create a support system. Motivation is easier to maintain with support. Join study groups or online communities. Find a learning partner to practice speaking. Share goals with friends or family who encourage you. Support and accountability help you stay on track even when self-discipline wavers. 14.10 Reward yourself. Celebrating achievements strengthens motivation. Small rewards can be watching an English movie after a week of consistent practice, treating yourself to a favorite snack after completing a writing task, sharing your progress with friends or mentors. Rewards make learning enjoyable and reinforce positive habits. 14.11 Consistency and motivation work together. Consistency without motivation can feel like a chore. Motivation without consistency leads to sporadic progress. Together, they create sustainable growth. Motivation inspires action. Consistency turns action into habit. Habit leads to fluency. When you combine daily practice with positive reinforcement, English becomes a natural part of life. 14.12 Conclusion. Fluency in English is the result of persistent effort, structured practice, and enduring motivation. Consistency strengthens your skills, while motivation keeps you engaged and inspired. Set realistic goals, embed English into daily routines, make learning enjoyable, track progress, embrace plateaus, and surround yourself with English. Develop a growth mindset, seek support, and reward yourself for achievements. Remember, every sentence spoken, every word learned, every paragraph written contributes to your journey. Fluency is not a destination, it is the result of consistent action and motivated effort over time. Keep moving forward, stay disciplined, and let your love for learning guide you. With determination, daily practice, and unwavering motivation, you will not only learn English, you will live it, think it, and speak it confidently. Summarization. Learning English is a journey that combines listening, speaking, reading, writing, and thinking in the language. Chapter 1 emphasizes the importance of setting a strong foundation through alphabets, pronunciation, and basic words. Chapters 2 and 3 focus on listening and speaking, training your ears to understand native speakers and expressing thoughts clearly. Chapters 4 to 7 develop grammar, sentence structure, and writing skills, enabling learners to form coherent, meaningful sentences and communicate effectively. Chapters 8 and 9 highlight reading for comprehension and thinking in English, encouraging learners to immerse themselves in texts and internalize the language rather than translating from their native tongue. Chapters 10 and 11 expand vocabulary and practical usage, teaching strategies for learning words in context and applying English in daily life, from conversations to writing. Chapter 12 addresses common mistakes, showing how errors become learning opportunities, while Chapter 13 explores technology, demonstrating how apps, online courses, podcasts, and language exchanges can accelerate progress. Finally, Chapter 14 emphasizes consistency and motivation, explaining that regular practice, goal setting, habit formation, and a growth mindset are essential for fluency. By integrating daily practice, enjoyable activities, and persistence, learners can achieve confident, natural English, turning knowledge into a lifelong skill and making communication effortless in any situation. It's time to take your first step. Don't wait for the perfect day, the perfect teacher, or the perfect plan. The best time to start is today. Here's a simple challenge to begin. Write down your motivation for learning English. Set one small goal for this week. Spend at least 10 minutes a day practicing. You will be amazed at how much difference one small step can make. 10. The promise of progress. If you stay patient, motivated, and consistent, English will become a part of your life, not a subject you fear. You will understand songs without subtitles, read your favorite books in their original language, and speak confidently in front of anyone. It all begins with a single decision, the decision to start and never give up. The path ahead will not always be easy, but it will always be worth it. Every effort, every mistake, every word learned brings you closer to your dream. So take a deep breath, smile, and step forward. Your English journey begins now, and it begins with purpose. And that brings us to the end of today's lesson, dear friends. I hope you truly enjoyed learning English with me today. Remember, learning a new language is not just about memorizing words or grammar, it's about understanding ideas, expressing emotions, and connecting with the world in a more meaningful way. If you found this video helpful, please don't forget to give it a thumbs up and share it with your friends who also want to improve their English. Your small support really helps this channel grow and reach more learners around the world. Also, make sure to subscribe to Learn English with Text and turn on the notification bell, so you never miss any of our upcoming lessons, stories, and practice videos. Every week, we bring you new ways to build your confidence and fluency in English step by step, word by word. Lastly, remember this: consistency is the real key to success. Keep practicing a little every day, and soon you'll see amazing progress. Thank you so much for watching. This is Learn English with Text, helping you master English one story at a time. See you in the next video.